What the frick? Seriously, what the frick? So I'm browsing on YouTube, and this ridiculous ad comes up. It's Bernie Sanders saying, "Oh, I'm pro-gay, which means you should vote for me as president." What the frick? He's grasping at straws here. We don't need someone in the White House that we like, that as a person, because they support something. Now, I'm not a Democrat, but if I was, this ad would make me not like Bernie Sanders, because he's trying to fit in with the cool crowd. I'm going to put this thing on a stand so I can use both my hands to gesture, because it's better when you gesture with both hands. You can do quotes properly there. There, now. Seriously though. I mean, what Trump is saying is there are problems and we need to fix them. And that makes sense. What Bernie is saying, "Oh, I support gays! You should totally vote for me because I'm just like you guys. You guys have reasons to like me for who I am." Does that mean he would make a good president? I think that any presidential candidate who pulls out the "I'm pro-gay" card should immediately be considered irrelevant as a presidential candidate. They should immediately be considered, is irrelevant the right word? It should immediately be considered a bad choice for presidential candidate, because if they have nothing else to fall back on, if they're using the pro-gay card, that means they're just trying to draw in a bigger crowd of supporters. Seriously though, that makes sense if you think about it. I don't hate gays. In fact, God says, love your enemies. I'm not saying gays are my enemies. What God is saying is, you should love the people who want you dead. You should love people who, even if they want you dead. And it's a fact that most gays want us Christians dead. And that's not even an opinion. That's just a fact. That's just a statement. Most gays want Christians dead. And yet we love them. Unless, of course, you're going by Westboro, which you shouldn't, because they are a bunch of idiots. One of them got saved, by the way. One of them turned towards what Christianity really is, rather than the twisted God hates facts. God doesn't hate gays. I don't hate gays. But if a candidate is like, "Oh, dude, I like gays. In fact, I was supporting the gays decades ago." You gotta give us good reason to vote for you if you're gonna be the president of our freaking country for 4 years. There are big problems. Big problems. Massively huge problems. We're mega huge piles of money in debt. There aren't enough jobs for all our citizens. And a large amount of vets who have served, and military vets veterans who have served for at least 3 years, a large number of them are sleeping on the streets. This country's in a mess. And Donald Trump is the one who's saying that he has ways to fix all of it. And considering that he took one amount of money and multiplied it hugely amount more, since he knows how to work the economy, he's a good bet for president. I mean, most of the YouTube community is gay, supportive of gays. Does that mean I'm going to vote for a random YouTuber to be president? No, it doesn't. Do I want YouTube's creator to be president? No, I don't. I want to vote for someone who I think is actually going to fix this mess. No, I'm not going to vote for somebody because they support gays. Even if I was gay myself, I would not vote for a presidential candidate because they support gays. That's just one thing he's saying about it. It's a gay ad, and he had his name Bernie with the gay colors all slanted in, they must have used Adobe Fireworks to do that. I did it with the Google logo once, not with gay colors, but with different things, flowers, technology, embedded in the letters. It was awesome looking. I should post it at the end of this video. Unless I want to get flagged by Google. It's going on YouTube. Google will be fine with it. Seriously though, this ad, even if I was a Democrat, this particular ad makes me not want to vote for Bernie. And this is just logic I'm using. This is just deductive reasoning. Deduction? No, not deduction. This is just common sense. If a president pulls out the "I support gays" card, then that means they don't have a lot of other reasons that you should vote for them. I don't know whether Donald Trump supports gays or not. I mean, I know he says he's Republican, but but I don't know what his stance on gays are. And he hasn't mentioned. And if Donald Trump has not mentioned this at all, not even once, then he's done it for a reason. He knows that if he says, "Well, I don't support gays, I'm a Republican," he knows if he said that, he would be, is ostracized the right word? Thank you. He would be completely hated by a lot of the public. And his presidential run would be over. And in Bernie Sanders' ad, it showed Bernie there it showed him there at a debate stand, pointing at another guy saying, "You insulted thousands of U.S. veterans." Well, so what? So what? Politicians are people. Politicians are humans. Some of them like gays, some of them dislike gays. And that's not good. So if a politician dislikes gays, but he's excellent at handling the economy, we should keep him in office. Because we need all the help we can get with the economy. We need all the help we can get. Who cares if one state makes gay marriage illegal? They can go to another state, get married, come back. Or they could go to some other country, get married, and come back with a wedding license saying that they're a couple. Or they could just move away. America is not the only country with free speech. There are... Okay, America has 350 million people, I think. And there are 7 billion people in the world. China has 1 billion, at least, of those. There are other countries where you can live with freedom. In fact, Norway has free internet, free plumbing, free electricity, free college. Go live there. Yeah, and you know what? Norway will undoubtedly have better weather than here in San Diego. It's usually 70 degrees. I'd like to live in Norway. I'd like to go into a hot spring in the wintertime. That'd be fun.
Aren't you getting off topic?
Yes, I'm getting off topic. That's what I do. I have attention deficit and hyperactive disorder. So I do get off topic, but I make good points. Bernie Sanders pulled out a ridiculous, cheesy grasp at getting more voters with that pro-gay ad. And that means he doesn't have a lot of skills for president if he's using that ad. All I'm saying is, don't vote for Bernie. And don't vote for Clinton either. We had a Clinton already. And I've heard on the news that she gets paid huge amounts of money. $120 million she got
over the last few years.
Over the last few years, just for public speeches. No, for
banks.
For speeches to banks.
Big banks.
They didn't really pay her for the speeches. They paid her because they want to get on her good side. Not really. Look it up. She has been contributed to by big banks because the banks want to have control over the country. Last time we allowed the banks to give a huge role in the country, there was a stock market crash. And the housing market was involved. You must remember that, unless you were born, after. Which some voters... Hold on. Let me think. 2006, right? 2006. It's 2015. No, they'd only be 9 years old. Never mind. Besides, we've had a Democrat in the office for two terms. That means it's the Republicans' turn now. Think about that. Go to any website you want. Doesn't have to be Wikipedia, and look at the history of American presidencies. It swings back and forth. Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat. The reason it swings back and forth is because if people get tired of one thing, go to the other. Then they get tired of that thing, they go back to this one. They get tired of that thing, they go back to that one. The Democrats have had their turn. Let us have our turn now. Seriously. I've gone off topic. I've gone way off topic. It's no longer just about Bernie. I don't know if Trump is a good choice for president, but I do know that Clinton and Sanders are bad choices. I'm going to get hate comments, I know. I'm going to make sure the title of this video will grab people's attention. I'll probably only have like 300, 500 views. I don't care. I'm starting a gaming channel! Check it out. I'm not going to put a link here because I haven't uploaded any videos on it yet.
Tell them the name of the blank.
What?
Tell them what the name of the video.
Well, no. I'll link it in some other video in the future. Blah, 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 blah. Time to end the video. It's 10 minutes. I'm approaching the limit of video length. Bye-bye.